Welcome everyone to another unboxing, this time on the Nike Flystepper 2K3. And I was looking forward to getting this pair of shoes. I've seen it before, but not in this color version. And I did get it from Foot Locker, that's why the box actually looks a little bit bigger than usual. There's an extra item in here so I could get the free shipping. And that free shipping is if you order more than $75, and it quoted me that it will be shipped in 8 to 9 days or so, or after a week, but I actually got the shipment within 3 days, so I was pretty impressed by Foot Locker. Came all the way from Wisconsin to Washington State, and I'll show you guys that momentarily, a record of that. So just to get that free shipment, I did get it from Foot Locker, and I was pretty pleased by how they did all the service. I did order from Finish Line before and other shoe companies, and yeah, that's not as good as Foot Locker. So this is the receipt. This is the extra item. It's just a football hat, Seahawks. This is a gold collection version of the Seahawks hat, just in time for the playoffs. As you can see, the gold emblem around the totem pole style of the Seahawk. With the blue and yellow contrast. This is the interior with the New Era logo right there. And just sorry to include this unnecessary unboxing, but it just came with the box and the shipment, I mean. So momentarily we're gonna pull out this little box and take a look at the shoe itself. I did get a pair of 10.5, that's my shoe size, and it actually fits exactly this box where it's tucked away. It takes a little effort just to pull it out, to slide it out actually. And unlike the Finish Line shipment that comes with a Nike box with an elastic band around it, this one just came plain without elastic band, which is fine. I like that they gave me enough room for the hat so it wasn't crushed or damaged during the shipment. So I really appreciate that, Foot Locker. And then right here, just to angle it a moment, just to unbox it, I like that it's nicely, neatly wrapped like so. There's everything covered. Then you pull down the first flap, and you do see the first shoe, and it's quite a beauty. I like the color. I hardly ever see this color. I haven't even seen it on YouTube. Like, people don't even unbox this shoe or this color version of the shoe. As you can see, it's a lot of red, vivid red or crimson red. And I like how they nicely tucked away that little other flap over the other shoe. As you can see how it originally lays within the box. As you can see, the little swoosh sign on the lower VELCRO strap of the first shoe, and that's the only Nike swoosh or Nike logo you'll see on this shoe actually, which is pretty neat. I don't think a big check or arrow is always necessary, so this is a little bit more discreet. As I take the shoes out the box, I'm going to place it up on here just to show you guys a 360 view. So just a little background, I do own the Nike PROSTEPPERS, which is probably like the cousin version of this shoe. I do have a video on that. You guys want to check it out, it's in the links below. Instead of double Velcro, it comes with all lace, and the big issue with that shoe is that it takes a long time just to lace it up and take it off. Sometimes it's more effort than needed. So as we take a look at this 360 view, you can see the whole design. The whole thing is actually practically leather, but contains like two different pieces. You can see that the front part is like this hashtag cross section mesh looking like, but it is synthetic leather. And then the back portion has perforations, breathable material leather that you can see with those little holes. You can see that little swoosh, Nike swoosh sign right in the front of the first Velcro. Now we're going to take a look at the outer sole, which is white, and this is probably the worst part of the shoe that I don't like. Just the outsole, just how they make it like that, how there's like these little bumps and grooves that doesn't really look attractive at all. And then looking at the back side, but many of the Nike shoes are made like this with the rubber sole. There is a black and anthracite with gum version. I think that's one of the better looking shoes, and there's also a plain white version of this shoe. I think that's one of the other best ones. I actually even saw a gold version. There's some like specks of cardboard dust on the rubber sole, just a little bit picking of it, and it'll come off. You can see right here that ball, that's like, I actually had to look it up, so that's like your bone structure of your tibia makes this ball structure, and I guess that helps with the greater support. I'll test that out later. That actually looks like a great feature. can see how the Velcros are nicely stitched in there, snuggled away. Looks like this will provide a lot of cushioning and support. That's what is also stated on the website as well. It has this autoclave midsole, that's what it says, and that the rubber also provides traction when needed. So basically, looking at how the two different red leather combines together from the cross section to the perforation ones, from the front to the back, and this is the front view of the shoe with the two Velcros. It actually comes off pretty well. It's pretty snugly tight. I didn't like that there's this little white string right there. I'm gonna cut that off later when I have the time to do so. I was surprised that it came like that, but you know, I think these are like made in Vietnam or China or something, which is pretty standard of Nike. And this is a double Velcro again. And what the worst part about the Velcro is, let's say you have pets or a lot of dust at home, then it could probably accumulate and then probably make that Velcro not as strong or supportive or tight as you need it. So I'll probably just try to keep these clean as possible. Sorry, and just taking a closer look at, yeah, that little white thing's really bothering me, but well, I'll get rid of it. That's okay. Now looking at this really long tongue, so this is a pretty high top shoe, and the tongue, oh, I liked how it says it right there on the back of the tongue. It actually names the shoe that it's a Flystepper 2K3. And yes, I got this red crimson version with white, and I'm just taking out that cardboard molding of the shoe, and I actually think this is a good thing because it just means that maybe someone hasn't tried these on or they're not used shoes or anything like that. So trying to take a look at the inside. So the mesh tongue and also that back part is more like a cotton like material. Other than that, the whole thing is probably just synthetic leather. As you can see how this tongue is actually pretty thick and really long, so I'm looking forward to trying these on. Hopefully they will feel really comfortable with me. And this is pretty much a high top, just trying to do a hand size comparison right here before I try on the shoes. And oh yeah, in the bottom of the sole you see that there's some traction design. There's that Nike sign, just to know that they are the makers of the shoe, and this is how they designed it, which is pretty nice. And oh yeah, with that little ball on the side, so I hope that's a good feature that couples your tibia bone, basically, that protrudes on the outside. That's why it looks like that. But otherwise, we'll take another look at this before I slip them on while I tighten them back up. So it's not too much effort. It's actually pretty easy. Should be really easy to slip on and off, especially if you want to go somewhere really quick. And probably the worst part is try to match these up with something, and I do have a nice pair of Nike cotton shorts that are very comfortable, so it should be fine. So yeah, this is that supportive mechanism that they designed on this shoe that should help you out with coupling your foot. And according to the website, they don't run small, they don't run large, they're right in the middle, and they're not too narrow and they're not too wide, they're just right in the middle as well. So they do recommend to order a size larger if you have a wider feet, but you have normal feet or normal size feet, then just order your regular size, which I do have more of a narrow feet, and I hope these fit on just perfectly. So they do say the length is true to size, but the width does run narrow. And we'll see how these look like when I try them on with my white socks. So just to couple them with the clothing, I do think probably white socks is probably the way to go. I don't recommend these high intensity Nike training socks, but that's all I had right at the moment as I unvelcro these shoes. And I think that these will go great with maybe my red Nike shorts and maybe another white top, but it's whatever you can do. And I like this color because I don't have any other really bright red crimson shoes except for that 2016 Nike Air Max. If you guys want to check out that video, it has more than 15,000 views, so that's one of my popular videos. I hope you guys will check that out as well. Yeah, you have to take out that cardboard molding as well. I forgot about that one. So it does slip on pretty easy. I don't really recommend getting these, wearing it with your high intensity training socks that I have on right now. They're pretty high up, almost to my knee. So that one's strapped on really easy. You do want to do the first strap first, make it tight, and then you strap on the second one. You want to readjust your the tongue of the shoe if you think you need it, and it lines up pretty nice. As you can see right here, it's like very neat, the way that it sits all together. It's in uniform is what I'm trying to say. So the right one slips in really easy. It's a lot easier than wearing that Nike Pro Stepper with the laces, which I do like the lace look, but you know, I haven't had a Velcro pair of shoes for a long time, probably back when I was a little kid. So I'm pretty pleased to try these on. As you can tell, right here, this is just a back view of the shoe. So I do a little 360 walk. You can see that I do think the white and then the red and the white looks okay. I like that it pairs up even with the Nike box in the back. They look maybe a little bit more orange here, but they are pretty, in first person they actually look really vivid red. So this is how they look like. You don't see any big swoosh sign again. You only have that little nice check mark right at the first Velcro, and they do feel pretty comfortable. I will only wear them probably like maybe once or twice a month, just on occasion, just whenever I feel like going out casually, taking a stroll or whatever. I know that the white outsole is probably gonna get dirty. That's probably the worst part about it. Try to keep them as clean as possible. Taking a couple steps, they're pretty flexible, but yet again they do have good support. I think they're more for looks than for performance. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys like it, please give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, please check out my other videos as well. The most popular one is the 2016 Nike Air Max. They did change that look this year for the 2017, but we'll see how that goes. And thank you until next time.